Hey, what's up? My name is Anthony. If you didn't know, I run both AM Media NY and Rare Cars Only. AM Media NY is my media company, which mainly focuses on the automotive industry and providing photography, videography, drone footage, and all things related to the media world to the automotive industry. And we do that by providing services to dealerships, showrooms, private owners, and more. If you're interested in learning a little bit more about AM Media NY, definitely check out our website, ammediany.com, where we post all of our content in one place. My other page is Rare Cars Only, and what we do on Rare Cars Only is we select the world's rarest cars and we try to break down and source out all of the information and details on each car in order to inform you guys and show you guys about these really unknown, mysterious cars. And also it does help me out a lot too because it's my passion. So I love learning about the cars myself just as much as you guys love learning about them too. Basically what I wanted to do here today was have a little bit of a Q&A with you guys. So I asked you guys to ask me a couple of questions on my Rare Cars Only account, and you guys gave me a whole bunch of really unique questions here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick out a couple of them that I really like a lot and go ahead and answer them. And hopefully we can get to know each other better and continue to share our passion and our interest in the automotive industry. So the first question that I have here that's just really interesting to me, really unique, is what is your favorite car that you've covered on your account? Now, this question was asked from my Rare Cars Only page, so I'm assuming this means, what is your favorite car that you've written about on Rare Cars Only? And while it's hard to say my favorite, I've written about so many. I believe one of my favorite cars that I've written about is the Vector WX8 prototype. Now, if you don't know about this car, or if you don't know about Vector, they're a very small, very mysterious company that produced a series of prototypes, concepts, and limited production cars sometime around the 80s and 90s, and also now they have a modern interpretation of what they were usually producing back then, which is a wedge-shaped, low-slung supercar, and now it's called the Vector WX8. Now, if you're interested in seeing their previous models, you can Google Vector W8 or Vector W2, which are also two very unique, very interesting cars, perhaps my favorite Vectors of all time. They produced probably less than 30 cars entirely as a company, so that goes to show how limited production they really are and how rare these cars are. So this is an interesting question because it actually plays off of the question that asked me what was my favorite car that I've covered or written about, which I said was the WX8 from Vector. This question asks, how would you build the one-of-one vehicle design force Vector? Engine, transmission, color, etc. Now, being that this is talking about the car that's actually my favorite car that I've written about, it's a really unique question. I would say that since it's a really mysterious looking car, I would go with some sort of really mysterious looking color too, some sort of dark purple, maybe black wheels. And as far as engine transmission goes, I would definitely do some sort of naturally aspirated V10 or V12. I don't know how they do these projects at Vector when they offer these cars. I don't know if they're even offering them. I think it would be an awesome thing for somebody to go out and build one of these new Vectors that they're trying to develop. However, I'm not ready to do that yet, so hopefully one day I am, but if I were to, like I said, I think it would be purple with a naturally aspirated V10 or V12. So this is a really cool question. This one says, favorite Cars and Coffee show. Now, if you like cars or you have any sort of interest in cars, then a Cars and Coffee event is probably one of the most enjoyable things that you can possibly do, especially with friends. You can go check out a bunch of awesome cars. There's usually some sort of free coffee or food. And also, it's really a great experience to connect and get to know a lot of people that have the same interests as you. Now, as far as my favorite Cars and Coffee show, since I'm located here in New York, I would have to say mine is in New York, and it's actually called the Robert Moses Cars and Coffee. It used to be called OBI or Captree. It's located in Long Island, New York, and you do get to see all these amazing, classic, exotic, and collectible cars line up across the beach. We've been there numerous times and we've filmed multiple videos there. You can go check out all of those videos on our channel as well. And hopefully you guys also have a nice Cars and Coffee to attend in your area because they are definitely awesome to see. So this question says, what prompted you to start focusing on cars and becoming an enthusiast? So like I said earlier, my focus on cars really began at a very young age, going to car shows, playing with Hot Wheels, playing car video games, All of these things definitely contributed to my passion for cars, and I've been focusing on them since a very young age, so that is really where that all started. And when I realized I was able to combine both my career and my background with a passion and interest in automobiles and make that into one thing, that is when I started realizing that I could become something that was maybe considered an enthusiast or somebody that just basically develops their career and their passion around automobiles. Okay, here's another cool question. What's your favorite car in silver? So just any silver car. That's a cool question that I could definitely answer, because I think already my immediate answer would be the Mercedes-Benz CLK GTR. I think that car immediately, when I think about it, the first color I think of is silver. That is definitely a car that looks absolutely amazing in silver. Okay, so this is just a really quick question here. Supercharged versus turbocharged, which do you prefer? Now, I can easily say supercharged, and this is only because I drive a 2014 Audi S5 with a supercharged V6, and I've driven the newer twin turbo models, and I'm not really a huge fan of them. And overall, if I have to pick supercharged or turbocharged, I will always pick a supercharged engine every single time. Okay, another really frequently asked question, what got you into cars? So mostly what got me into cars was a mixture of a lot of different things. So it was video games, whether it was racing video games like Gran Turismo. It was also Hot Wheels, the toys, and a lot of slot cars. I don't know if any of you guys out there ever had slot cars. They were absolutely awesome. You used to race around basically your own little racetrack with these remote controlled cars. It was fantastic. I don't have them anymore, unfortunately. Another big thing that got me into cars personally was my dad. He has a passion for cars as well, and he was the one that was taking me to all the car shows at a very young age. And hopefully, it's a really great experience to go to car shows, and I hope all of you guys do get to experience those. This is a question I'm definitely going to answer because it has a lot of background to it. Do you like Lotus? If so, what's your favorite? And then in parentheses, it says production cars. So basically, the whole origin of AM Media and why my media company began at a place called Autosport Designs in Huntington, New York, where I was actually given the opportunity to drive a 2020 Lotus Evora GT, and that happened to just be the first ever car I was able to drive for my YouTube channel. That is really where everything got started. I really do appreciate the entire team at Autosport Designs, and I do frequently visit there a lot. They have one of the most unique and interesting inventories of automobiles in the entire world, I would say, and it's definitely worth checking out. Go ahead and check out Autosport Designs. Okay, this next question is pretty hard. I'll do my best to answer it. Which, in your opinion, is the best designed car? Now, there's been so many interesting creations by so many different people from so many different eras, and there's obviously so many different cars. It's definitely hard to narrow down just one singular best overall design. If I had to say just one, it would have to be the Jaguar XJ220. The Jaguar XJ220 to me is possibly one of the best designed, most perfectly designed cars of all time. That is my personal opinion. That means absolutely nothing to anyone else's opinion on which car is the best designed. All right, guys, I just wanted to say thank you all for your amazing questions and your participation in this little Q&A that we had. It was just a way to get to know each other a little bit better, and hopefully you guys are staying tuned to see all of the unique and interesting cars that we're bringing to both of our pages in the near future. We're driving, reviewing, and checking out a whole bunch of different interesting cars, so hopefully you guys are sticking around to see all that we have to bring to these pages really soon. Thank you again.